Malcolm, I'd like to bring you in now. You questioned the CDF this week regarding the handing back of his own medals. Take a look at this.
So you were awarded a Distinguished Service Cross for your command of the soldiers, which you're now trying to strip the DSC from.
Senator, that's an emotive and misleading statement.
And factual.
No, it's not factual, Senator. It's quite false.
So I would put it to you that this is demoralising, and that would be an honourable thing to do in charge of the Australian Defence Forces, to actually surrender your medal.
Thank you, Senator. It's very interesting.
Now, I said this on my show last week regarding the same issue. Take a look. Amidst calls for the Chief of Defence Force himself to return his own medal, is that Para 35 of the Brereton report states that, well, essentially those at the very top shouldn't have to. Joint Task Force 633 was not positioned organisationally or geographically to influence and control Special Operations Task Group operations. Its national command function did not include operational command. Without operational command, Joint Task Force 633 did not have the degree of command and control of a Special Operations Task Group on which the principle of command responsibility depends. If those right at the top were too far removed to be held responsible for any alleged crimes, then how were they involved enough to receive medals for merit? How can you have it both ways? The simple answer is you can't.
Erin, you can't, and that's the key point here. First, I want to thank Paul for his service. I really mean that, much appreciated, everyone in the Defence Forces. And that goes to the core of what I'm on about. I've been asking questions in Senate estimates for quite some time now about whether or not the wokeness in the Australian Defence Forces is eating out the strategic heart and the secret weapon that Australian military forces have, and that is the sense of mateship and the sense of fine leadership. You cannot... General Campbell's award, the Distinguished Service Cross, was given at a time when the qualifier was that you had to have been in action. He was not in action, so that's the first thing. The award needs to be stripped. The second thing is that regardless of where he is, when he's their superior officer, he is responsible for everything that flows right through his command. The fish rots at the head. That's where the rot starts. And so he is responsible for the morale, he is responsible for the conduct of every single person under his command. He needs to step down.
Is his position untenable? What do you think?
I think it is, because you can't have someone who's got an award illegally wanting to strip the same award of others who have got it legally. And that's the first thing. But the second thing is that when he didn't answer my question, he's dodging it. And someone who is in charge of the whole Australian Defence Force needs to show strong leadership, face up to it and say either I made a mistake or here are the reasons why I didn't make a mistake. Now, he clearly was given the award under false pretense or not consistent with the criteria at the time to be in action. He was not in action, but he was responsible for every single person in that command. So he needs to step down, because real leadership shows strength of character and takes responsibility for what is happening.